What if I told you the money stress you're feeling right now, the overdraft fees, the juggling act, the constant feeling of being behind, doesn't actually have to be your normal? That the tension you carry every time you check your bank balance isn't a permanent condition, and that in just 90 days you could not only break the cycle of being broke, but begin building a system where money starts flowing towards you instead of slipping through your fingers. This isn't about getting rich quick or chasing shortcuts. It's about resetting the way money moves through your life so it stops controlling you. This is a complete reset. And today we're going to break down the exact steps to rebuild your finances and create real, sustainable cash flow. The core problem with being broke is not always a lack of income. For many people, it's a lack of system. Money comes in and money goes out just as fast. Sometimes faster, and there's never a clear sense of where it all went. Without a system, every month becomes reactive. Bills arrive, expenses pop up, and whatever is left over, if anything, disappears without direction. This 90-day money reset is designed to interrupt that cycle with deliberate, structured action. It's about moving from chaos to control. Over the next 3 months, the goal is to put a simple, clear framework in place so you always know where your money is coming from, where it's going, and why. The objective is straightforward: to consistently have more money coming in than going out, without the constant stress and uncertainty. The first phase of this reset covers days 1 through 30, and it's all about triage. When a financial life is in crisis, the first priority is not optimization or growth. It's stopping the bleeding. This phase requires ruthless honesty and immediate action. You begin by gathering every single piece of financial information you have: bank statements, credit card balances, loan documents, utility bills, subscription lists. Nothing gets left out. The goal is to see the full, unfiltered reality of your situation. Most people avoid this step because it's uncomfortable. It forces you to confront decisions you'd rather forget, but you cannot fix what you refuse to look at. This phase is about creating a clear cash flow snapshot: your total monthly income versus your total monthly expenses. Once everything is laid out, patterns start to appear. You see where your money actually goes, not where you think it goes. This is where you identify the leaks. These are the small, recurring expenses that drain your cash quietly: forgotten subscriptions, frequent takeout, impulse purchases, convenience spending that adds up faster than expected. During this first 30 days, your job is to cut non-essential spending aggressively. Not forever, but temporarily. This is a focused reset, not a permanent lifestyle. The purpose is to free up cash immediately. The money you free up during this phase goes straight into a small emergency buffer. Even $500 can make a massive difference. This buffer exists for one reason: to stop the overdraft fees, late charges, and panic decisions that keep you trapped. That first bit of breathing room changes how everything feels. You're no longer one small expense away from disaster. That immediate sense of relief builds momentum. You're no longer just reacting, you're taking control. The simplicity of this phase is its strength. Cut hard, save fast, build a buffer. Nothing fancy, just decisive action. Phase 2 runs from days 31 through 60, and this is the stabilization phase. The bleeding has stopped. Now it's time to build something that lasts. The most important tool in this phase is a zero-based budget. This means every dollar you earn is assigned a purpose before the month begins. Income minus expenses equals zero. Not because you spend everything, but because every dollar is accounted for. Savings, debt payments, and necessities are all planned in advance. This removes guesswork and forces intention. You're no longer asking where the money went. You're deciding where it goes. Stabilization is also where debt gets addressed with structure instead of stress. The cash flow you created in phase 1 gives you room to breathe, and now that room is used strategically. You choose a clear debt repayment plan that fits your situation. Some people focus on high-interest balances first. Others focus on smaller balances to build momentum. The strategy matters less than the consistency. What's important is that debt payments stop being random or emotional and start becoming systematic. As balances come down, required payments shrink, which further improves cash flow. This is how stability compounds. During this phase, you're also reinforcing habits. Bills are paid on time. Spending aligns with the plan. You start trusting yourself again financially. That trust matters more than most people realize. It reduces anxiety, it improves decision-making, and it lays the groundwork for growth. Stabilization isn't exciting, but it's powerful. This is where your financial foundation gets solid enough to support what comes next. Phase 3, days 61 through 90, is the acceleration phase. By now, you have clarity. You know your numbers. You have a budget that reflects reality. What's important is that debt payments stop being random or emotional and start becoming systematic. As balances come down, required payments shrink, which further improves cash flow. This is how stability compounds. You have a plan for managing debt. Now the focus shifts to making the system work with less effort and more consistency. This is where automation comes in. Automation removes reliance on motivation. Savings transfers, debt payments, and other key financial actions happen automatically, according to the plan you've already designed. This reduces friction and protects you from slipping back into old habits. Acceleration is also where you begin looking for improvements. Your stabilized budget reveals opportunities that weren't visible before. Once you build this smarter financial structure, your biggest job changes. It's no longer about your own work hours, it's about your time and attention. Even with a lot of money, your own skill at spotting opportunities is still a huge asset. But the real breakthrough happens when you stop selling your own time and start using your money to pay for other people's time and skills. This means putting money into businesses that already have good managers, handing off day-to-day tasks to others, and hiring experts like lawyers and accountants to handle the complicated stuff. If you try to control every little thing yourself, you will stay small. Real growth happens when you create a team and a set of rules that keep things running perfectly, even when you're not there. Finally, the most significant barrier to the next level is psychological. It is the trap of enough. Many people reach $1,000 and instinctively slow down, or worse, they accelerate their spending to match their new status. This lifestyle creep is the silent killer of wealth. It's the upgraded car that becomes a normal expense. It's the vacation home that demands a new stream of maintenance and taxes. It's the gradual shift from investing your surplus to financing your new identity. The money that should be working for you gets diverted into propping up a more expensive life. To bridge the gap to the next level, you must maintain the same humility and curiosity that got you to your first million, while adopting the sophisticated tools of the ultra-wealthy. This means your mindset must perform a difficult dual function. You must be patient enough to let compounding do its quiet, powerful work over years and decades, resisting the urge to constantly tinker or chase the next hot thing. Yet, you must also be aggressive enough to pivot, to reallocate, and to act with conviction when genuine, researched opportunities arise in the 2026 economy. This balance is where the line is drawn. It's not about being reckless or being stagnant. It's about being strategically calm and tactically decisive. You protect your foundation while allowing your capital to explore new ground. Think of it as moving from a sprinter to a marathoner, and then to a team coach all at once. The hunger that drove the sprint is still there, but it's channeled into endurance and strategy. You stop asking, how can I make more money? And start asking, how can my money make more money? And how can I make my money bulletproof? The tools change. Your network changes. Your conversations change. You're no longer just comparing index funds. You're evaluating asset-backed lending structures, analyzing cap rates on commercial property, or considering a strategic allocation to private credit. The game is different. The moves are more nuanced. The stakes are higher, but the control you can exert is far greater.